Warning: Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Because of some statements I made concerning the President of the United States, which were distorted.
They were distorted.
And yes. And,
what did you say, Malcolm?
Well, I said the same thing that everybody says, that his assassination was the result of the climate of hate. But only I said the chickens came home to roost, and which means the same thing. Climate of hate means that this is the result of something. And when I said chickens coming home to roost, I said the same thing.
What it do, family and friends? Welcome back to the Church of Black Power. If you're not subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please click the link in the description. First, go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations, and then join the Telegram group to help us circumvent all of the shadow banning that PukeTube has been doing to the new black media. With that being said, family, cock-a-doodle-doo. Yes, family, cock-a-doodle-doo. The chickens are coming home. And they're just cockle-doodle-doing everywhere. The roosters are coming home. They are cock-a-doodle-doing. Family, I don't know why these people think that we should care about any of these folks that's out there putting themselves in harm's way. I just don't get it. I don't see why people don't see that their families are more important than someone else's. I don't see why these folks expect us to feel sorry for somebody who, instead of choosing to be at home with their family, they choose to go out there and put themselves in the middle of a police investigation or an ICE investigation or whatever you want to call it, law enforcement. The reactions that I've been seeing over the past few days has reminded me much of what our brother Malcolm was talking about. The cock-a-doodle-doing, the chickens coming home to roost. America has had time, so much time, to correct its wrongdoing, to correct its law enforcement when we were calling them out. And now you see all these people running around here talking this and talking that, trying to defund ICE, trying to make sure that they do not fund Homeland Security, IHS or whatever, Homeland Security, HL, you know what I mean. Anyway, I just find all this to be quite hypocritical. DHS, thank you, my brother Black Truth. I just find all this to be hypocritical. And the fact that these folks are out here trying to tell us and wag their finger at us about not feeling any type of way about this situation, well, I just find that to be hilarious. Because guess what? It still doesn't change a damn thing. It doesn't change nothing. Not at all. At the end of the day, it's not our problem. You see, it may have been at one point. It may have been at one point. But everybody thought it was just okay to allow us to go through some of the most heinous situations just because we're black. These folks quite literally made an excuse for every damn thing. And I mean every damn thing that's happened to us when law enforcement is involved. You can name person after person. Hell, it doesn't even have to be police involved. Look at what happened with Trayvon Martin. They made a kid into a man in 24 hours and he didn't even hit 18. But we're supposed to be in an uproar about this Renee Good woman. And now, as of recently, this Alex Pate or Pretty or whatever the hell, how the hell you say his name. I would like people to understand two things about what I'm going to say here today. Number one, this is not disrespect. I'm not here to disrespect that dude. Don't know him. Don't know nothing about him except for the fact that he's a nurse. But number two, I am here to tell the truth about this situation. Very much so. And I want to remind all the Nabiscos that all this anger, all this fear, and all these people running around here trying to tell us that ICE is Nazis after ignoring the fact that police enforcement, local police enforcement, has been treating foundational Black Americans 10 times worse. Oh, you can kiss my ass and go straight to hell. Let me give a B1 salute to our sister Andrea Jones. Thank you for your Cash App. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, my good sister. So we got to talk about this. Before we get there, though, let me go up, scroll up, and give my B1 salutes. AO said I was going to play some Crossroads next. I caught that. I was over here tearing up off of that one. A B1 salute, shalom to our good brother Reparations Nation. Our sister Hurricane Nisi in the building. Our sister Andrea Jones. Our sister Aquarius Minded in the building. Our brother Black RU in the building. Much love to you. Our sister Bad 72 is in the building. Much love to you. Our sister Mia Kim is in the building. Much love to you, my good sister. We'll make sure. Okay. Our sister Black Spider is in the building. Shalom and peace to you, my sister Queen, as well as our sister Angelic in the building. Much love to you, and thank you for being here, my sister Queen. Our good brother AO is in the building, of course, out here giving out requests. You know, when I used to DJ, I ain't take no requests. You know what I mean? But you know, that song right there, Crossroads, that was one of my favorites. I miss my Uncle Georgia. He should have been gone in front of his home. Shout out to you, my good brother. Let's continue. I'm going to make sure we got everybody here. Hot second. Our sister Mrs. L in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here, my sister. As well as Patricia A. Jones is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Troy is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Mrs. C. Phillips Davis is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Our brother Breeze Omega is in the building, as well as our brother NPC in the building. Much love to the both of you. Thank you for being here. Our sister Opal Ivy is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Righteously Jalissa, much love to you and thank you for being here. I hope I said that correctly. And if I didn't, hold it to my head and not my heart. Put it in the chat for me. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Our sister Cooking with Miss D is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Our good brother RBJ is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Want to make sure. Our good brother Antithesis is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Our brother Black Truth United is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Let me give a B1 salute to our good brother Antithesis. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always out here supporting. Much love to you, my good brother. I want to make sure I got everybody here. One second, family. B1 salute to our good brother Wallow J in the building. Much love to you, my good brother. Thank you for being here. And let me give another B1 salute to our brother AO. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, my good brother. Our brother Jesse Paris is in the building. Much love to you, my good brother. Thank you for being here. Shalom, shalom. It looks like we got everybody there. Let me make sure. All right. Looks like we got everybody. Cherry is in the building. Cherry Zone. Cherry Red Zones. Much love to you and thank you for being here. As well as our good brother Still Kevin Trees in the building. And our brother Tay the Man is in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Our good sister Priscilla Taylor is in the building. Much love to you and shalom to you. Thank you for being here, my sister. Our sister Stacy is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Our brother Leonard Day Yuta is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. I want to make sure I got everybody. Rael is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here, family. And our sister Astarte Jones is in the building. Much love to you, my sister Queen. Thank you for being here, as well as DJ Black 909 is in the building. Much love to you all, and thank you for being here. And for everybody who's not in the chat, much love to you as well, and everybody who's going to catch this on the replay. Now that we got that out of the way, family, let's get over here to this clip here.
Chaos on the streets of Minneapolis today. This video showing a confrontation with federal agents escalating into a new deadly shooting, reigniting tensions in a city already on edge. The video capturing multiple gunshots being fired. This video showing the moment from another angle.
Oh, what the They killed him. Did they kill that guy?
Before we continue, family, I gotta pose a question, and the B1 salute to our brother Zavon Scott in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. And also, let me give another shout out, a B1 salute to our sister Mia Kim. Thank you for your Cash App donation. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, my good sister. Family, I gotta ask a question before we continue, real quick. Just it might be in ill taste. It might be too soon. But I'm going to ask it anyway. Are we sure that the man wasn't unalive due to a fentanyl overdose? I'm just asking for a friend. Are we absolutely certain that this did not happen because of a fentanyl overdose? I'm just asking for a friend. Shout out to our good brother Black Truth United. Thank you for your Cash App donation. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, family. Yeah, exactly, Breeze. I don't. Are we sure that there wasn't any fentanyl in this system? I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering, family. Hey, it might be in poor taste, but it's exactly what they did to us. And exactly what they continue to do to us. Let's continue.
Pushing in on the video lets you see the man being taken to the ground, agents surrounding him and striking blows, until this moment, when the first shot is fired, immediately followed by several more. The Department of Homeland Security saying the man who was shot approached Border Patrol officers armed with this semi-automatic handgun and violently resisted attempts to disarm him. The agents, according to DHS, were conducting a targeted operation.
Call an ambulance, please. Call an ambulance.
DHS says despite the efforts of medics, the suspect was pronounced dead at the scene. The man now identified by the Associated Press as 37-year-old Alex Preddy, an ICU nurse.
The only interaction that we are aware of with law enforcement has been for traffic tickets.
Local police saying Preddy was a lawful gun owner and that details of what led to the shooting remain unclear. It was a tense sight today in the southern part of Minneapolis as protesters calling for ICE to leave built a makeshift barricade in the streets using dumpsters and furniture. Authorities launching flashbangs and tear gas trying to rein in the crowds. Reporters attempting to get close to the scene repeatedly forced to retreat.
I haven't seen any tear gas deployment.
By the afternoon, video from overhead showing a city looking like an urban battlefield. People who were there today trying to make sense of it all.
What is the end goal here? Who does this benefit? Who does this make safe? Because it's not us. It's not anyone living here.
Today's incident comes 2.5 weeks after the fatal shooting of Renee Good. Last night, an FBI agent resigning over the investigation into that shooting after it focused more on the actions of Good and her partner than on the officer who shot Good, according to 2 people familiar with the decision. The FBI also on the scene today of another fatal shooting. Leaders in the city today continuing their call for federal agents to leave.
So to everyone listening, stand with Minneapolis. Stand up for America.
Camila Bernal joins me now from Minneapolis, where there is already a memorial growing for the man killed today. And Camila, there are a lot of questions about the gun federal agents say he was armed with.
Yeah, Jose, it's very hard to see it on the video, which is why I asked the Border Patrol chief if or when he brandished that weapon. He refused to answer my questions, and meanwhile, still a very somber scene here. Jose.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.
Boy, this white on white crime got to stop. What are we going to do about this white on white crime? I just don't know. You know, it's very off-putting that these people can't live amongst each other without trying to take their heads off. I mean, oh God, somebody please think of the children. Shout out to Deborah. Thank you for your Cash App donation. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, family. Now, I gotta answer the question here. Our good brother Waddle J has posed a very good question. Where are the gun lobbies? Well, you know, when it's usually something that happens to us, we don't hear anything from anybody. But since this is a second incident where this didn't happen to a Nabisco, you know what happened? We got the gun lobby coming on out in Minnesota saying some things that we ain't ever heard them say when it was a situation about us. Let's go here, family.
Yeah, the Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus has sent us a statement. We do want to share it with you. It says in part, despite widespread speculation regarding intent, there has been no evidence produced indicating an intent to harm the officers. We're calling for a full and transparent investigation by both state and federal authorities. Every peaceable Minnesotan has the right to keep and bear arms.
Talking about Alex Purdy.
Now, family, I must ask, and shout out and salute to our sister C. Terry in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. I must ask, when Fidel Castile was unalive as a lawful gun owner, he didn't even reach for his gun. Did you hear any of that type of rhetoric? Did you hear any gun lobby come out and say, hey, there is no evidence and this needs to be investigated or anything like that? But in this situation, it would seem that the gun lobbies are out here now acting as if, you know, they actually care. Yeah, cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Let's go here, family.
His last words were, I have done nothing wrong. Fox News just released footage that is somehow capturing his voice, and you can hear an ICE agent too, I think, say, he sprayed pepper spray directly into the man's face. And he's screaming. We saw video of him getting sprayed with pepper spray directly in his face. He's screaming and he's saying, is that what you want to do? You want to kill me in the street? You're going to have to fucking kill me. Is that what you want to do? You're going to kill me? And then he says, I have done nothing wrong. And then they do it. What is this?
It's called police enforcement, young lady or old lady. You look somewhere around, I don't know, maybe like you could be somewhere 70, somewhere around there. I don't know. You ladies age badly. I just gotta let you know. But it's called police enforcement. He interjected himself in the middle of an operation that law enforcement was conducted. What do you think was going to happen? Not only that, but the man had a gun on him too. Now, of course, I'm not against anybody being a lawful gun owner or anything like that, but you got to think of the optics of that situation. Not only are you impeding an investigation, but then you're going in there with a weapon on you as well. I mean, I got to ask a question. This man is a VA nurse. For what purpose was he there? And why did he decide to put himself in the middle of an arrest being made? Do you know what would happen if we got in the middle of police officers while they're trying to arrest somebody in our community? The same damn thing, if not worse. And some people might be out there like, what the hell is worse than death? They'll find a way when it's us. They will find a way when it's us.
What the fuck are we witnessing? We know what we're witnessing. We're witnessing executions. These are messages to everyone. They are outnumbered, and they are showing us this to instill fear because it's the only thing they can do to.
Now, family, I'm going to play you several of these type of clips, and I want you to take notice in all of these clips, in each and every one of them. These folks are acting as if they have never seen anything like this before. Like we just don't exist. And if we do exist, we're not citizens of this country. This is how they're speaking. We've never before seen this happening to a citizen. They're attacking citizens. What do you think they were doing when they were attacking us? Let's continue. Shout out to FBA Queen in the building, as well as Masa Musa and Brother Reef in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, as well as, and I'm probably going to slaughter this name. Let's just say Ra-ha Ya Yash Rao. Family, much love to you and thank you for being here. I know I slaughtered that name. I apologize. Hold it to my head and not my heart, please. Thank you. Let's continue. Rahaya. Okay. All right. Thank you for putting that in the chat. It's just so many of them back to back. I just didn't catch it. But thank you for being here, family. Let's continue.
Get a hold of this situation because they can only rule by fear. And they see people waking up and they see people realizing that they don't have much to fucking lose. So they might as well get into the streets. They might as well. They miscalculated things. They took too much away from people. They made it unlivable for too many fucking people to where they now have nothing to lose. And they're like, oh shit, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We got to start doing public executions. We got to start killing them where they stand. And we got to make.
Ma'am, you said that people ain't got nothing to lose. How about their families? You see, these people are out there being basically irresponsible. They're making the choice to be irresponsible. Their responsibility is to their families. And these people are putting themselves in the middle of harm's way in order to protect a bunch of people that are here illegally. I'm fine. Why? Because I'm not going out there putting myself on the line for a bunch of people who are anti-black. You people right now, what you're seeing is the fruit of your labor. All the times that we came out and called the police what they are, which are race soldiers, All the time we came out and spoke about police brutality, nobody had a problem. But now the rabbit got the gun. And when the rabbit got the gun, it just starts shooting off at any damn body. And every damn body is now catching the heat that y'all expected us to retain. But go ahead.
Make it shocking. We've got to make sure the whites know that we're coming for them too. None of this white people using their privilege correctly. We're making examples out of all of them. We need everyone living in fear. It's the only way that we can maintain control. How else do you think we just got that fucking audio? And that Fox News is the first one to have it. How is the Fox News is the only one who has it? It's the state-run media. Let them hear that the last thing this hero said was I didn't do anything wrong. Make sure they all know that we don't give a fuck. And then we'll lie to their faces with a straight face, make them question their reality, and realize that the same fate is waiting for them. That's the fucking.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I certainly don't give a flying F, to be honest with you. No. See, I've waited for a day like this. Why? Because now you guys have to look each other in the face and tell each other the truth. That your anti-black hate has wrapped around and landed right back at your doorstep. I don't even know what else there is to say about the situation. You guys knew what you were doing when it was happening to us. And now all of a sudden you see this happen to you and we don't know what's happening here. Oh yeah, you know. You just don't like it. But continue.
Playbook, you guys. But you have to understand this is coming from a place of fear on their part. A government doesn't resort to executing its citizens in the streets unless it doesn't have another choice. Either make people...
Unless you're black, right? If you're black, then you're okay to be executed in the middle of the street. And it's so apropos. Oh my God, it's so juicy. In the way that he was unalived. Why? Because you guys are trying to make him into a George Floyd. Just the way you tried to make Renee into a George Floyd. But the difference between him and George Floyd is the fact that George Floyd didn't have a gun. George Floyd really wasn't even resisting. Oh, but this Alex character, he absolutely was resisting. He absolutely was impeding on a federal investigation. He absolutely was doing things he should have never done. But you guys call him a hero. Oh, George Floyd was just a drug addict. George Floyd was everything but the child of God. But yet, you guys call this man a hero. He's a martyr. He is what you strive to be. Oh, yeah. Those chickens are cock-a-doodle-doing. I might just go out in the back, grab one up, pluck it, bake it, because I know that it's juicy.
People's conditions of living more comfortable and make the fucking oligarchs give up a little fucking coin or kill them in the streets. I have bad news for you. The oligarchs have grown very fond of their little coins. His last words were, I have done.
Family, I want to take it here real quick. Let's go here. Let's have a little laughy laugh real quick, shall we? Let me pull this down for a hot second. Let's have a little laughy laugh because, yes, it's the Democrats' fault because, they are actually spewing the nonsensical rhetoric that's forcing these people in their minds to go out there and go and shout out to my brother Black Truth United. As always, thank you for being here. Going out there and acting a damn fool. It's because of the Democrats' rhetoric, because of the propaganda that's being pushed. Now, they're sending out people to do interviews that ain't making them look too good. I bring you to Piers Morgan. And I don't know who this dude is. Apparently, he's a senator. I don't know who would make this guy a senator. This dude looks like a villain if I ain't never seen a villain before. But watch what he has to say about the Insurrection Act.
There is this raging argument now about whether it is constitutional to do what Trump is rolling out in places like Chicago.
It's unconstitutional. The solution is empower the local law enforcement as opposed to.
Now, family, this is the second person who's either in Congress or running for Congress. In the last broadcast, I played somebody who was running for Congress who said we need to empower the local law enforcement. And now you have this villain-looking mother lover. I don't even know what to say. That looks like a wig to me if I ain't never seen a wig, but I digress. This man just said the exact same thing. We need to empower local law enforcement. Now, notice local law enforcement were the people who were what? Not able to go after these people. But guess who they can go after? You and me. So these folks are saying, hey, can we just go back to the way it used to be when they say we need to empower local law enforcement? That's what they're really stating. Hey, can we just go back to hating the Negroes? Can we just go back to targeting the Negroes? Leave the immigrants alone. Leave the illegals alone. That's exactly what they're saying. But let's get into it.
It is constitutional to do what Trump is rolling out in places like Chicago.
It's unconstitutional. The solution is empower the local law enforcement.
Congressman, are you familiar with the Insurrection Act?
Yes, I am. And this
so
is
what do you think
time-
that's for? You said that this was illegal for the federal government to send National Guard into cities and states. What do you think the Insurrection Act is for?
Congressman, do you actually know what the Insurrection Act says?
Well, look what we saw happen in January 6th in the Congress. That's insurrection.
Are you familiar with what the Insurrection Act
Yes, I am. But
allows?
look, this president has used all kinds of excuses to break the law. This president has
No,
used...
but that is the law. So what is the law, Congressman? You say you're familiar with the Insurrection Act, but you don't seem to be able to describe what it does. What do you think the Insurrection Act does?
Look, the issue here is that we need our cities safe. Americans want...
Family, I don't know. I just don't know, but y'all, those eyebrows with that hair, this man looks like, I don't know, somebody put him together on a drawing and it was a 5-year-old or something. I'm just so distracted by this man. Look, exactly, Mansa Musa. Why does dude look like a video game NPC? He just doesn't look real. He looked like he was pieced together. You know what I'm saying? Oh, boy. But family, I want you to hear not only the way these people are talking, because on one end, of course, because it's Fox, of course, you're going to have them defending the situation. But you're about to see something that we ain't never seen when it came to situations that affect us. Because these folks are out here confusing the masses with this nonsense. Let's go here. Finish Dr. Wu. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's continue.
time we spent here focusing on the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution, but if we look to the First Amendment, right, I think that the right, it doesn't read the right to protest, right? It's the right to peacefully assemble. And when we're out there, we have no problem with, you know, the public watching what we do, filming what we do, talking to us while we do it. But there is that line, though, when they start to impede and get in situations where, frankly, we don't want them to be, we can't have them to be kind of in our workspace. That's when we have issues. You know, unfortunately, too, some of the agitators that are doing it, they're not peacefully protesting. Some of the things that our officers hear on a daily basis getting screamed at them, you know what I mean? I just commend their professionalism as they go along, because they're getting bombarded with this from megaphones. We're seeing threats. We just had a threat last night again. I've had to go through threats and reading them that they were coming after people's families, going to burn their houses down, burn their families alive. These are the type of threats that the officers are facing. And that's not a peaceful protest. Those aren't peaceful assemblies at all.
Now you heard that end, and to be honest with you, I can understand that. You know, if I'm out there doing my job and somebody come in and stop me from doing my job, that would be very frustrating. Now let's go over here to something you ain't never seen before when it comes down to something that didn't happen to us like that. Let's go here. You have your police chief. Listen to what this police chief has to say about this situation.
From what you have seen in the public space and heard from federal officials, is there any evidence that you know of that Preddy was assaulting the federal officers as the Border Patrol chief claims?
Well, I've seen the videos just as thousands of people around the country have, and the videos speak for themselves. I think it's deeply concerning, the things that are being said. This is an individual that was a city resident. It appears that he was present, exercising his First Amendment rights to record law enforcement activity, and also exercising his Second Amendment rights to lawfully be armed in a public space in the city. So I think very obviously there are serious questions that are being raised. And I think the greater issue is, even if there is an investigation that ultimately proves that at the time of the shooting it was legally justified, I don't think that even matters at this point, because there is so much outrage and concern around what is happening in the city.
Family, did you hear what this man had the nerve to open his mouth and let fall out? This man just said, even if it wasn't that situation, I don't think it would matter, because people are just in an uproar. Have you guys ever heard police talking about situations like this when it's us? Notice what he wasn't doing. He wasn't smearing Alex. He wasn't making him look like a criminal. He was very concerned about Alex, right? That's what it sounded like. But then he said, even if Alex was in the wrong, I don't think it would matter. I don't think it would matter, because people are so upset. You have never heard them talk like that when it's a black person. We can be out in the streets for weeks and you won't hear, well, you know, the person, whether he did anything wrong or not, you know, that doesn't really matter, because the people are upset about this. Hell no, they get on TV and run a smear campaign for weeks. Let's let them continue.
That at the time of the shooting, it was legally justified. I don't think that even matters at this point, because there is so much outrage and concern around what is happening in the city.
What do you mean it doesn't matter at this point? You mean the situation on the ground is already, the impression is left?
People have had enough. This is the third shooting now in less than 3 weeks. The Minneapolis Police Department went the entire year last year recovering about 900 guns from the street, arresting hundreds and hundreds of violent offenders, and we didn't shoot anyone.
Family, I find that hard to believe. I find that tremendously hard to believe in the city, in the state where George Floyd was unalive. I find that hard to believe. In the very same state that Amir Locke was unalived. And this article is from 2025. Yeah, somehow I doubt that you was able to apprehend everyone y'all came in contact with. Code speak for black people. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to FBA certified in the building. Much love to you, my sister, and thank you for being here. Why aren't they encouraging them to go home? Fake, phony outrage. Exactly. Selective outrage. Selective outrage. Because, you know, y'all didn't feel this way whenever you saw a black person being unalived on your damn cameras, in your damn faces. No, y'all was okay with it. You made excuses for it. In the very same way, this man is making excuses for somebody's criminality. But continue.
People have had enough. This is the third shooting now in less than 3 weeks. The Minneapolis Police Department went the entire year last year recovering about 900 guns from the street, arresting hundreds and hundreds of violent offenders, and we didn't shoot anyone. And now this is the second American citizen that's been killed. It's the third shooting within 3 weeks. People have been speaking out, saying that this was going to happen again. And I think everyone is kind of waiting for folks on both sides to come together and just figure this thing out. This is not sustainable. This police department has only 600 police officers. We are stretched incredibly thin. This is taking an enormous toll trying to manage all of this chaos on top of having to be the police department for a major city. It's too much.
When have you ever heard any police chief talking like that when a black man or a black woman is unalived in their city? Not never, not ever. You ain't heard it. But they're out here making sure to be as sensitive as possible. Like the police are the good guys all of a sudden. Did you get that? Like they're the good guys all of a sudden. No, buddy. Nuh-uh. Shout out to Only Us in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Let's go here, family. Let's get over here to the Karens. Now, like I said, you're going to notice the pattern where these folks, all of these folks are going to be basically making it seem like nothing like this has ever happened in these United States of America. But this woman more specifically, she's making it very clear that this is not the America that she know and love, because the America that she knows and love attack black folk and leave everybody else alone. And now everybody's getting a little piece. This isn't the America that I knew and love. Let's get it.
It's fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. I don't recognize our country. This is crazy. And it's got to stop. And if Minnesota falls, everything falls. And I firmly believe that. We're done as a nation.
I'm out here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, just a block away from where the man was shot this morning. Community members from all over the Twin Cities have shown up with all sorts of supplies, all sorts of support, signs, water, food, extra layers for people. Just talking to people to get their reactions just moments after they found out that another one of their neighbors has been shot and killed.
We're furious that our neighbors are getting kidnapped and murdered in the streets. We're out here peacefully protesting. We got 80-year-old grandmas out here protesting. and we got the feds tear gassing us, spraying people in the eyes with pepper spray, throwing flashbangs. I just got gassed. I had a flashbang thrown at my feet. And we got these beautiful community members looking out for us. And our state and our federal government are not.
Mayor Frey's not doing jack shit. Politicians largely aren't doing jack shit. You know, we're the ones out here. You know, you can say, you know, advocate with your vote and you know, do this lawsuit and that, but like people are dying and getting arrested daily.
We were all peacefully protesting ICE on Nicollet and 28th, and they just started. It was rubber bullets, tear gas, pepper spray, smoke bombs, and they loved it. They get off on it, right? It was the scariest experience I've ever experienced in my lifetime.
Question. I just gotta ask. I'm one to ask. Shout out to our brother Reparations Nation. As always, he said I laid down for a 30-minute nap and woke up 2 hours later. I feel you, man. Hey, that's a Torian sleep right there, brother. I'm gonna just do 10 minutes. I'm just gonna close my eyes for a minute. 5 hours later, you waking up trying to make dinner. Shout out to you, my good brother. I have to ask this question because she said they were peacefully protesting, but every time I see a clip, it's not peaceful at all. You guys are interjecting with what they're doing out there. I mean, you guys are throwing snowballs with rocks in them. You guys are moving trash cans to create barriers and things like that. That's not peaceful protesting. That's not a peaceful assembly. But go ahead, Mother Jones.
Never not a protest type of person, but this is where we are now, right? So, and our police force and our city, state, local government, they're doing nothing. They're protecting them, the goons. There are no guardrails, there are no laws anymore, and nobody's held to account. And if our government is not going to protect us, if our police force is not going to protect us, then we're going to have to do it ourselves. And that's sort of what's happening. But this isn't what we're doing isn't enough.
Wake up, people! This is Minnesota. Who's next?
Don't care. As long as it's over there. We're over here minding our business. You guys wanted this civil war to pop off with each other. Now you got your opportunity. Just keep us out of it. That's it, and that's all. Let's go here, family. One second.
We need to somewhat reframe the way we talk about ICE slaughtering Americans in the street and understand that what we're witnessing is the federal government executing Americans. He was a 37-year-old VA and ICU nurse. He was carrying a gun legally. He had a concealed carry. He was a 37-year-old VA and ICU nurse slaughtering Americans in the street and understand that what we're witnessing is the federal government executing Americans. I do think we need to somewhat reframe the way we talk about ICE slaughtering Americans in the street and understand that what we're witnessing is the federal government executing Americans.
Now, notice how he's acting as if y'all haven't been seeing this in the black community for decades. For decades. And now that the chicken that came home and started knocking on your door, all of a sudden, this is new to you. I think we need to reframe what we're seeing here because, you know, the government is unaliving citizens. We're not citizens. The government is unaliving Americans. We're not Americans. No, we are the most American. But y'all thought it was all good until it came knocking on your door. That's it. Shout out to Melvina Miles. Thank you for your PayPal donation. Your donation is blessed tenfold. And I appreciate your contribution as always, good sister. Let's let him continue.
He was a 37-year-old VA and ICU nurse.
So why wasn't he at the VA? Why wasn't he at work? Why wasn't he at home with his daughter? Because I heard that there was a video going around. They AI clipped this dude saying his goodbyes to his daughter or whatnot. If he has a daughter and that's the best part of his life, like the video showed, why wasn't he there with her? Why did you choose to be irresponsible to go out into those streets and tried to impede a federal operation. I ask questions like this. It needs to be addressed. A B1 salute and shalom to our good brother DSB and our brother Kid Gravity and Beyond in the building. Much love to you both. Thank you both for being here. Let's let them continue.
He was carrying a gun legally. He had a concealed carry permit, which is the Second Amendment, the thing that you all defend and fight for. He was beaten. He was pepper sprayed. He had his weapon then illegally removed from him by the federal government. And then they murdered him in the street, and we all got to see it. Where are all the Second Amendment dudes? Where are all the don't tread on me guys? Where?
This is just about as weird as when the mad guys were coming out asking where are all the Democrats to vote for Newsom Sears. Now you're over here asking where are all the mad guys to come out and protect the Second Amendment. You know, the thing that you guys are actively trying to revise, right? I just find it incredibly mind-numbing how stupid some of these people are. Shout out to our brother Reparations Nation for this comment. 1, how you got a self-protection device but ain't gonna protect yourself with it. 2, good point. Why was he out there doing radical-ish and not with his loved ones? This ain't none of our concern. Hey, I'm with you there. And even though it's not our concern, we're speaking about it today because it is very important to be aware of what's going on the chessboard. I might not need to make no moves, but as long as I know where everything is, we all right. Let's get over here, family. Like I said, these folks, they're just so shocked.
We have reached the point where ICE is killing white men. Alex Preddy was a Minnesotan who was out protesting against ICE in the big ruckus following the murder of Renee Nicole Good. We have reached the point where ICE is killing white men. Alex Preddy was a Minnesotan who was out protesting against ICE in the big ruckus following the murder of. We have reached the point where ICE is killing white men. Alex.
Like I said, family, these folks, they act like none of this has ever happened before, all because it didn't happen to a Nabisco woman and now a Nabisco man. Even the Asian woman is making sure she didn't came out and explained. She's going to explain this. She's going to explain how nobody's safe anymore if a white guy can be taken out in America. And what I have to say to that is, you have to wait for a white guy to get taken out in order to actually come out and be against citizens being unalived by the law enforcement that's supposed to be there, to protect and serve. Yeah, all right, let's go.
Preddy was a Minnesotan who was out protesting against ICE in the big ruckus following the murder of Renee Nicole Good, a white woman. He was a legal registered gun owner, and ICE assaulted him lethally after he was protecting a woman from being pepper sprayed by ICE. The violence has climbed up the race and gender hierarchy alarmingly quickly. If you are a white person, even a white man, who expresses gender the way that white American society expects you to, except that you support immigrants, you're still fucked. He was actually an ICU nurse. I know there's been some conversation about white nurses, especially female nurses, doing horrible things to black babies and other people of color. But if Alex was out protesting against ICE, I think we can kind of assume he probably wasn't doing that shit. He was probably out there assuming that his...
No, we're not going to assume a damn thing. Because just because he has an infinity for illegals does not mean that he has an infinity for black people. The very fact that he was out there with those illegals, trying to make sure that they don't get deported, I'm not giving this guy no type of benefits of the doubt. I know plenty of people who are racist to the core, anti-black to the core, but they love them some Mexicans, but they love them some Asians. but they love them some Indians. It's just black people that they don't like. It's black people that they target. But go ahead.
His white maleness would protect him the way it always had. If you're a white dude living in the Midwest and color, but if Alex was out protesting against ICE, I think we can kind of assume he probably wasn't doing that shit. He was probably out there assuming that his white maleness would protect him the way it always had. If you're a white dude living in the Midwest and you're in any way socially conscious, you know what privileges you have. And this dude was just trying to protect his neighbors. I just want everyone to remember that another white man many years ago, John Brown, was considered a traitor and enemy to the state. He was an abolitionist and he tried to free
family. Did this Icelandic woman, did this love me long time looking ass woman, did this would you like a happy ending looking ass woman just bring up John Brown? Why do you think she brought up John Brown? This ain't got nothing to do with slavery, but yet this woman wants to bring up John Brown. This hurry up and buy looking ass woman wants to bring up John Brown. They're trying so hard to pull us in. So hard. Well, let me say this to you, Ling Ling. John Brown was John Brown. It ain't been a John Brown since. Let me say that again. John Brown was John Brown, and there ain't been a John Brown since. So you can miss me with everything that you're about to say. But go ahead and say it.
as many slaves as he could, and often resorted to violent force to do so. White supremacists often have even more hate for white people, white men who push back against them, because in their mind, these are full human beings, not like people of color who apparently are too dumb to think for themselves or whatever. And that's why white traitors to white supremacy are so dangerous. The people in power are like, we offered you all of this and you're still going to turn it down. What's wrong with you? If we can't count on other white men, then who can we even count on? Rest in peace to this man. He died doing the right thing. If you're white and you hate what's happening, I continue encouraging you to go out and protest against it, but just like move with more caution than you otherwise would, because it's been shown that even your privilege won't protect you. And if this is
You are not doing the right thing if you're a Nabisco and you out there trying to protect a bunch of people that aren't supposed to be here to begin with. In the very same way, you're not doing the right thing if you're black and you're out there trying to protest to protect people that should not even be here. If you put yourself in harm's way for somebody else who wouldn't even spit on you if you was on fire, who wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire, if you got stung by a jellyfish, you are accountable for what the hell happens to you. That ain't on us. Shout out to Against the Grain TV in the building. Much love to you. And thank you for this comment. My wife is a descendant of the great John Brown Church. Hey, shout out to her. Shout out to her. I hope she got some of that John Brown spirit in her. I hope it was passed down from generation to generation. You dig me? But shout out to you. Let's go here, family. Hold on. Let me pull this down. Because like I said, family, these folks are getting their wake-up call. Everybody get that nigga wake-up call at one point in time. And I remember I can't remember exactly who said it, but there was this one person who came out, and I vividly remember this. And I think it was either a sketch or like a cartoon or something, but the premises of it was, we're all niggas now. Get used to it. And that's basically what a lot of these folks are finding the hell out. And of course, you're not black. You can never be black. but they could definitely treat you like a nigga. Definitely treat you like a nigga. And that's one of their biggest fears, is being treated like a nigga. That's why that one dude went to the courtroom and was like, Your Honor, you treated me like a black man. Shalom to our good sister Key Prince in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Give me 1 second, family. I don't know why StreamYard just reset all of my video clips. Give me 1 second, family. These mother lovers. StreamYard has really been going downhill ever since they started doing these little updates on it, to be honest with you. One second. One more second, family. All right, let's go here. Let's get into some of the little whans and some of the manufactured, the selective outrage that's going on here. Let's head here. Let's go here, family. Where's Birdsong? Oh, he's ducking for cover. Everybody's going after that dude's head. Pause. And I was actually going to talk about that yesterday. However, I didn't have enough time. I ended up having an emergency with my business, so I had some things to take care of. However, most likely I'm going to do a broadcast on that either tomorrow or Tuesday, depending. It depends on this storm, and see if this storm, hopefully this storm don't knock out all the internet and stuff like that. We got a generator, but god dang it, that internet goes down, I'm just screwed. But let's go here, family.
My husband is in there somewhere. Like, we were at home, in our posh home in Edina, and we were watching the news and learned that there was another shooting here. And we were just like, I can't stand this anymore. I can't stand what's happening here. So we came out immediately. And we were here after a lot of the folks were getting pulled out and tear gas and can't see out of their own eyes because they're literally blinded by the chemicals. And so I was helping people back there, and I happened across this woman. I don't know where she is now, but she was having a panic attack. She was in the moment of having a panic attack. And I walked up and I gave her a huge hug, and I just said to her, I said, we got this. This is when we show our resolve as a city, because we're better than this. We are under attack by this administration right now, and this is not okay. It's just not. I'm a 55-year-old woman who lives in Edina, and I have to come in here and tell the world, we have to change this. This is not okay for our city.
It would have been nice to have a bunch of you out there speaking like this every time something happened in our community. When Trayvon Martin happened, you guys should have been speaking the hell up. Let me say that again. When Trayvon Martin happened, you guys should have been speaking the hell up. And now you're seeing that very same system turn the gun on you. It is what it is. Shout out to Warrior Cherub in the building. Much love to you, my good bro. Excuse me.
No, I believe that the Twin Cities represents the best of America on a fundamental level.
Why now? So
because we represent this idea of embracing others from other places. I mean, there are 160 different nationalities that live in this city because, there's a lot of refugee programs that are based out of this city. We invite them in because we know that they belong here, that they're welcomed here. This is about attacking the fundamental principles of our country right now. We are one country, regardless of where we come from. We're all immigrants and we're sitting on native land.
Hey, so they're going to kill us anyway. So I think maybe we should just mob them. I mean, I don't.
My bad, my brother. Yeah, that water got me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge me, brother. Don't judge me. Shout out to you, my good brother.
If you comply, they're going to shoot you. If you try to leave, they're going to shoot you. If you're already on the ground, they're going to unload into you, even though you're already dead in broad daylight. They are executing people in the streets, and there will be justification. The government is going to try to justify this somehow. What are we supposed to do? Like, and all those agents will just be spirited away and not face any consequences. Like, this is absolutely insane. We have to do something. Like, we have to, as bystanders, mob them. Like that. Like full American Revolution, like hiding in trees. I don't know. What the fuck?
Have you seen the one where you can hear the audio of him saying, "Are you gonna kill me right here? Are you gonna kill me right here on the street?"
Good Lord, family. I think that we found one that can rival Erica Kirk. Oh, good Lord, family. Who do you think is the worst actress, family? This woman or Erica Kirk? Please let me know in the chat.
But have you seen the one where you can hear the audio of him saying, "Are you gonna kill me right here? Are you gonna kill me right here on the street?" He's asking. He's not threatening them. He's saying, "Are you gonna kill me?" And then they do when he's defenseless.
Family. Oh, man said it's a tie. They both can take it home. Okay, yeah. And Erica Kirk's been quiet lately. Yeah, ever since they ran up on her at the church, you know what I mean? Yeah, we got some things to talk about this week. Trust me when I say. I'm gonna have to say though, this woman right here though, when she started, at least she can get some tears in her face. I mean, you know, I didn't believe the performance, but you know, the crying, it was a nice touch. Let's listen to it one more time, shall we?
Where you can hear the audio of him saying, "Are you gonna kill me right here? Are you gonna kill me right here on the street?" He's asking. He's not threatening them. He's saying, "Are you gonna kill me?" And then they do when he's defenseless.
It sounded like she was laughing at the end. Every time I see a Nabisco woman crying, it takes me back to that TikTok video that these Nabisco women put together where they were crying, and then when the music stops, they just stop crying and start smiling just to show their ability to like cry on the spot. I never trust Nabisco tears. Never. So when I see them, that's what I see. Psychotic lying. That's what I see. Let's go here, family.
I had to have a very hard conversation with my spouse this morning in light of another murder by ICE agents of an American citizen who was exercising his constitutional rights to observe and to legally carry defense on himself. And I was basically like, hey, I think we need to make sure we're on the same page for what we do if and when this comes to our community. He knows that I've been working on some other things, but I was like, I want to make sure that we're on the same page. And he asked me, he's like, if they come here, are you going to be out there? And I said, you know me, you know who you married, and you know I do not stay quiet when people in power abuse their power to harm others. You know that about me.
Family, I've never seen this woman before in my life. The way this woman is speaking, you would think every time a police officer unalived one of us, she was on the front lines. I've never seen this woman before. I'm not one to sit around and let, people abuse their power, but yet you're one to sit around and let people abuse their power against the Black community. I get it. Okay, say less. A B1 salute to our good brother, Crew Reality in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Flower Child the hippie. I can see that. I absolutely can see that. Let's let her continue.
You've seen it. You've seen me do that. And I don't think I could live with myself if I didn't. And he was quiet for a while. And then he just said, I don't want them to shoot you. And I said, I don't really want that either, but I've got to do something good with this body I was born into in this one life, you know? So I just think people, make sure you have your affairs in order. I'm going to work on getting mine in order. Let people know what they need to know. Because rights don't exist in this country anymore for us citizens.
Oh, rights don't exist anymore in the country for citizens. Really? Well, you know, those were the same rights that we were trying to get you guys to see were being abused in our community. And none of you cared. None of you cared. But you're so willing to go get unalived and take it away from your husband for a bunch of illegals who shouldn't even be in the country. But the people who built the country and made it possible for people such as yourself to not only be in this country, but people such as yourself to actually live and be prosperous in this country. Oh, you didn't have nothing to say when it's us. That's very interesting. And like I said, family, I'm not going to give dude the benefit of the doubt because these folks, like I said, they can hate the hell out of us and they'll love them, a quote unquote minority outside of the Black community. Let's let her continue.
If we don't have an ICE uniform on, we're not safe. And we've known this for a while, but it's becoming more obvious how brash and brazen they are and how much they want to scare us into silence and complicity. And that's not who I am. So.
Yeah, we know who you are. You're the same Becky that would call the police on the brother walking down the street who just looks at you crazy. Yeah, you're cooked. You're cooked. I haven't seen Royce White come out and speak about this yet, but I do got my eye open, waiting. Like I said, I'm just keeping tabs on all of this right here. I'm keeping tabs on it all, my brother. Let's go here, family.
You see it yet? Not blue hair, not a radical, not an immigrant, not even a woman who we know you have no respect for. This is a white, seemingly straight, good-looking young man, an ICU nurse who works at the VA helping our heroes. He was on the street filming when ICE double-handed pushed a woman to the ground, and he went over and he stood between her and their violence. And then the federal officers pepper sprayed both of them, and he still kept his body between her and these out-of-control monsters. So then 8 untrained cowards jumped him. They disarmed him because he told them he was carrying, with a legal permit, by the way, in a concealed carry state, and then they executed him in front of a street full of people on camera. And when his lifeless body was on the ground for the crime of protecting someone who was being attacked, these fucking psychopaths put at least 5 more bullets into his body. And we're supposed to believe they were fearing for their lives? DHS and ICE are already on TV saying he was armed and violently resisting. No, he wasn't, you fucking liars. He wasn't violent, you were. You are the armed criminals. You are the ones with no place in civil society. The United States Senate is voting on ICE's funding next week. And this is a group that does not deserve to be funded. Any senator who votes to continue to pay for this mob of unhinged murderers is out of their fucking minds because this cannot be retrained. This has to be stopped. So if you are a U.S. Senator right now, do not write a fucking tweet. Do not write a fucking tweet. Write a bill. Write a bill that abolishes this heinous department. Yes, we need immigration officers, but we don't need whatever the fuck these guys are.
Now, family, you see all that fire in this Nabisco? You hear what she's calling for? You heard what she said? Oh, they don't need to be retrained. Oh, but when it's local police officers, it's all about the training. when his local police officers doing it to foundational Black Americans, oh, he feared for his life. He has a family to go home to, don't you know? But since it happened to a Nabisco woman and a Nabisco man, all of a sudden you want to get rid of the entire agency. You want to defund ICE. You want to defund DHS. And to be honest with you, you don't run the Senate, so even if you're out here talking about, hey, write a bill or something, what would the bill do? You see, the time for this would have been when Biden got in office. Wasn't there supposed to be a police accountability commission on the federal level? Whatever happened to that? Oh, yeah, that's right. Biden said that Congress should do it. And he had Congress for the first 2 years. And they did nothing. And they did nothing. And now, someone's knocking on your doorstep. And you want to take away the funding for all agencies involved with ICE. Where is James Clyburn to say stop sloganeering? Sloganeering kills people. I thought defund the police was costing people elections. That's what they told us. Now all of a sudden it's defund ICE, defund DHS, don't vote on giving them any more funding. That's so interesting. Shout out to our brother Warrior Cherub. Remember all those years they were telling Congress not to fund the military, and what happened? Shout out to Only Us. As James Clyburn would say, stop sloganism, sloganarians. He was out there saying sloganarians, sloganarians kill people. Oh man, this is too good to be true. The Most High wrote this with his very own hands.
This man's name was Alex Jeffrey Peretti. He was 37 years old, and he was executed by the American government.
All right. All right. Now, family, when we say this ain't our problem, this ain't our business, but we keeping an eye on it, that's the smart thing to do. Because these Nabiscos, as they do in their own homes, when something happens that they don't like and they can't control, they start unaliving each other. And now you got a bunch of Nabiscos talking real greasy about ICE and what they're going to do if they roll up on them. Let's go here, family.
You need to stop killing us.
Family, what did I say? Every time in the background, in the arms of the angel, fly away from here. These people, every single damn time.
You need to stop killing us. Because if you don't stop killing us, you're all gonna die. All of you are gonna die.
Who is he talking to, family? This is what I'm saying, family. You can't not be out there with people like this. This man, you've got to stop killing us. Because if you don't, you're all gonna die. You're all gonna die. Oh, man.
If you don't stop killing us, you're all gonna die. All of you are gonna die. You need to stop killing us.
That last riff in the background. Ooh. These people can't be serious. You just can't be serious. You filmed this, you edited this, you put that music in the background, and you just still decided to put this on the internet. My guy, have several seats. Just have several seats. I can't take you serious. I just can't do it. Shout out to our sister Bad 72. Thank you for your Cashapp donation. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always. I gotta play it one more time, family.
You need to stop killing us. Because if you don't stop killing us, you're all gonna die. All of you are gonna die. You need to stop killing us.
You need to stop killing us. Oh my God, family. Family, see the difference between us and them is that they're not made for this. They're not built for this. They're not. And I'm not saying that we're built for this. I'm just saying that we're built in a way where we didn't have to deal with this, whether we was built for it or not. These folks had 15 minutes of spotlight, and these fools are out here losing their shit. Shout out to our brother William Aaron in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. He said, I got 100 for them to keep up the good work. Let's all feel the pain. Exactly. If we all can't live equally comfortable, we can all live equally uncomfortable. And when you pull out those Nabisco tears, those unsalted tears, all you doing is making me feel even better about my decision. Family, this woman here, she says, as the daughter of a man who was deported, we should have empathy. Or don't say nothing at all. Let's go here.
In 2008, my father's deportation was a greatly damaging and deeply traumatizing event in my life.
Now notice, family, she said her father was deported in 2008. Why are you just now speaking about it now? Trump had nothing to do with your father's deportation. As a matter of fact, it was Barack Obama who deported your father. So not only did you wait, you ain't even bringing the fire to the person that deported your daddy. It's giving you a sinister outlook on America. Bush? Nah. It was Barack Obama. 2008 to 2012. That's Barack Obama. And then 2012 to 2016. Yeah, Barry O was the guy in that office at that time. Barry O. But let's let it continue.
I am also what is considered an anchor baby in the United States, which underneath this administration is very concerning. What is going on in the United States in 2026 is not shocking, but it is equally as disgusting and equally as heartbreaking as when it happened to my family. When you speak of these socio-political issues that are currently going on in our country, please consider these people are more than conversation topics. These people are more than statistics. They are more than case numbers. My father passed away alone in a hospital in Durango because of what the US government did to him. So here we are now.
You know what, Wallow J? You're absolutely correct. I stand corrected. He was inaugurated in 2009. You're absolutely correct. The election in itself was 2008. You're absolutely correct. My brother, my apologies. You got it. You got it. But still, she ain't mad at the right president. That's all I'm saying. Let's continue.
Consider these people are more than conversation topics. These people are more than statistics. They are more than case numbers. My father passed away alone in a hospital in Durango because of what the US government did to him.
Your father passed away alone because of the fact that he was a criminal. He broke into the country. He had you. He got deported. Now, you could have went with him. Why didn't you go with him if you cared so much about your father? Why didn't you go and be with him on his deathbed if you cared so much? That's because you didn't care. And if you did, it wasn't enough. If my father was deported, and this is just a hypothetical, if my father is deported and I find out that my father is sick and dying, you think I'm going to stay in the States when my father is sick and dying, wherever the hell he is? No. Because that's my father. But yet, you allowed your father to die alone. Why? And if you say, well, I was young, whatever the situation may have you, if you were young, then who were you staying with once your father got deported? They couldn't help you. They couldn't send you out there to see your father and be with your father for his dying days. You already was born here, so you could come back to America anytime you want. I just ask these kind of questions because they make these statements as if it's just normal to say.
People are more than statistics. They are more than case numbers. My father passed away alone.
Not for me, but go ahead.
Alone in a hospital in Durango because of what the US government did to him. So here we are now. When you speak, speak with consideration or do not speak at all.
I'll speak any kind of goddamn way I feel like it because why? My ancestors built this bitch. Your ass could take your ass up out of this bitch if you don't like the way I speak or like the way foundational Black Americans speak. Nobody has the right to tell us what to do with consideration when none of y'all has ever considered us. You can kiss my black ass, find the darkest part of it, pucker the hell up, move your goddamn nose ring to the side, and give it a big old kiss. Let me be very clear about that. You better take your ass to your community and talk about consideration. Take your ass to the Nabisco community and talk about consideration. But don't think that you can ever tell a foundational Black American what to be considerate about. You can kiss all of our asses. I think I'm safe by saying I speak for all of us when I say that. Let's go here, family. The audacity of these people. The audacity.
I would do the same thing. And that's what's really touching me right now when it comes to the impact of this moment, because I would have put myself between harm and the protesters who I saw were getting violated, right? I would.
Brother, I think that you probably would have been somebody who was being violated. Looking at you, you might have been somebody being taken into custody, to be honest with you. But go ahead, go off.
Done the same thing. This is me at one of the, I think it was the No Kings protest. It was one of the protests, right? But I'm rarely actually in the organizing, but this one I was like, let me just, go. And as you can see, I took myself to the back where there's the whole bunch of cops, right, advancing, and then the last line of protesters. No one else but me was there. And I mean, I wasn't going to stop anything, but I did know that before I let them harm the people in front of me, they had to get through me, and it was only me, right? So that's just an example of the type of guy I am, the type of person I show up as. And not always am I part of the organizing, but even when I'm not, people hate going to protests with me because I'll just go missing. And then you'll find me at an intersection, helping people cross the street so that they're not ran over by cars, me putting myself between the car and the person. And I'm not even part of the organizing. I'm just some random protester who is helping get the safety going, right? So this is something that I would have done. This is something that I do, which means that I position myself in a way in which this can happen to me, right? Because I protect others, because I show up for others, because I'm at a protest, because I'm at a, music festival, and I look to ensure that others are okay and that they're not in harm's way. And the thing is that he did exactly as he was told by the governor, right? He was recording, he was being peaceful, and yet his life was taken. And then they want us to just be like, wait, justice will prevail. How long until justice prevails? The DOJ isn't going to do shit. The FBI isn't going to do shit. The DHS isn't going to do shit, right? And now Tim Walz is scared because DT is saying that he's leading an insurrection. If you really give a fuck about insurrection, it wouldn't be president because he led one on January 6th, right? But here's the thing. They are just utilizing the bait, right, of resisting in order to justify harming us. But the thing is, even if you maximize your resistance, or even if you're just recording and defending your community, even if you're just typing up leaflets like the White Rose in Nazi Germany, right, you're going to get harmed. And that's what's impactful, because this is something that plenty of us would do, right? Get in between, especially women who are getting harmed, and that which is doing the harming. And I would still do it. Even after this, I will still do it. And this was a public execution of a hero. I would do the same thing. And that's what's really touching me right now when it comes to the impact of this moment, because I would have put myself between harm and the protesters who I saw were getting violated, right? I would have done the same thing.
Man, these people are off their rocker, family. They're off their rocker. This is why I've said this so many times, and I am so adamant about this situation. I truly, truly, truly feel from the bottom of my heart that the Democratic Party targets mentally ill people. I just do. I believe that the Republicans target racist, and Democratic Party, they target racists with mental ill issues, with mental health issues. Because there is no other explanation for any of this nonsense. None whatsoever. These folks are willing to put their lives at risk to save a bunch of people who broke the law and who should be going back home. Hey, if you like it, I love it. In the words of FBA Queen, girl, please. Shout out to our brother Snatch Adams in the building. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold. I appreciate your contribution as always. Came to pay my tithes and thank a union member. a soft, zesty union member like this, huh? DSB said he talks like he's soft cotton. Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's go here, fam.
Executed that man. They held him down and they fucking murdered him.
I need everyone here to understand there is a very specific reason that these ICE agents who are murdering people have their cell phones in their hands. They're making films in exchange for other material. You're not allowed into that world unless you can offer collateral. This is also an initiation for a separate but concurrent gang. And we're
Hold on. So now you're admitting that there's gangs inside of law enforcement? I wait a second. No. Because when we were making it very clear that there are racist gangs inside the police departments all across America, you folks was as quiet as a church mouse pissing on cotton. Now you're talking about gang initiations in law enforcement? Get out of here. Get out of town. Shout out to our brother William. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, my good brother. I think the Democrats are importing lots of zesties with immigration. Hey, I believe that too, especially because they were spending billions of dollars on sex changes in Venezuela. What the hell are we spending money for somebody else to get freaking sex changes? That makes no damn sense. But yet, that's what they were doing. So yeah, I agree with you 100% fold, my brother. I believe that they're importing a lot of these zesties too. I truly do believe that, family. Thank you for that, your donation, family. I appreciate you. Let's let her finish.
We're all overwhelmed and inundated with information, but I'm telling you right now, we're going to find out someday that all of this documentation of these people being in the street is being sold to the highest bidder and is being used as an initiation. I need to.
So, family, like I said, all of these folks that are out here with the selective outrage, it entertains me. I'm entertained thoroughly. I am thoroughly entertained. You know, my popcorn has been popping. And I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of folks out here who are out here trying so hard to make it so that we don't enjoy what we're seeing. Trying to make it so that we get up off the couch, take our feet off the ottoman, and actually get out there. And I believe most of these are tethers, but we're going to go through them together. Let's go here, family. Let me pull this down. Let's go here. Give me 1 second. Like I said, these people, I promise you, StreamYard needs to get it together. 1 more second, family. 1 more second. One more second. All right, let's go here, family. Shout out to Snatch Adams once again for your donation. Your donation is blessed tenfold. I appreciate your contribution. Damn, where's Ashton Kutcher? Are we being collectively punked? The cognitive dissonance is dissonancing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. In the words of our brother Al Simmons, damn. All day. All day. Shout out to you and thank you for that comment. Yeah. Yeah, the cognitive dissonance is dissoning. You're absolutely correct. Let's go here, family.
I'm on the ground in Minneapolis right now, and about 2 hours ago, he shot and killed a man off of 26th and Nicolette. We have been out here trying to for the community and getting tear gas gassed and shot all morning. And we're standing on the front line, and I just listen to everybody. And there's a woman who's like, we're your neighbors. And it hit so hard because I just like had a moment of realization, like, people live among us. I'm like, these people get to clock in, put on a mask and terrorize our communities, and then go home and benefit from the fruits and labor of Black and brown people. These are our neighbors, our peers out here shooting and gassing us in the name of public safety. I am so angry.
Yeah, family, can you tell that's not a foundational Black American? You can tell that she's not foundational Black American by the rhetoric in which she spew. These are our neighbors out here gunning us down, and I'm so angry. Black folk has been dealing with this issue way longer than anybody can count. And you're just now getting so angry. Yeah, you're definitely a tether. The Black and brown, exactly. Anytime y'all Black and brown. We ain't heard no brown and Black ever. Unless they need us. Unless they need something from us. 500 years. Shout out Raya. Much love to you. These Democratic shield sambos want to get white acceptance so badly, and you are so correct on that, my good brother. You are so correct. Let's let her continue. Hey, you and me both, Wallow. You and me both. I still got to go get some fire start after this. I got a bunch of firewood, no fire start. Let's let her continue.
I'm so angry. What are we doing? What are we doing? They killed another person. None of us are safe. And anyone who is still telling us that we're being dramatic right now is not fucking paying attention. I am walking around with a gas mask in my fucking purse just in case I run into ICE. I am walking around with goggles just in case they gas us.
Why are you there? I'm running around with a gas mask just in case I get gassed by ICE. You know who don't need a gas mask? Me. You know why I don't need a gas mask? Because I'm not out there trying to impede federal operations. But go off. Shout out to Snatch Adams once again. All right, family, I'm now going to watch Sinners. It's getting a limited release where I'm at. Stay safe, stay petty, FBAs. Much love to you, my good brother, and enjoy that movie. That was a phenomenal movie. And God dang it, I hope it gets a limited release over here where I'm at too, so I can go and support it even more. You dig me? But much love to you. Thank you for being here, good brother. Exactly, my sister. We're falling back. I don't even know why the hell this woman feels the need. Like I said, I do know she's not one of us. She's not like us. That's what the issue is. She's trying to make a side deal with Brad. Oh, she bandwitching is what you say. She saw Brad get attacked and that was it for her. She broke down.
I don't know what to do with any of this. I'm so angry. Our elected officials are not going to keep us safe. Midterms are not going to save us. The local PD is not going to help us. It is up to us right now, and I really hope everybody realizes this. We all have responsibility.
Excuse me, ma'am. What?
We? We.
Did you take a stupid pill with your breakfast this morning, Admiral?
Yeah, that sounds like you done took a couple of stupid pills this morning, more than your doctor prescribed to you. You know, maybe your doctor prescribed one stupid pill every morning. You're out there popping them like Skittles. You did like 6 or 7 of them because that was tremendously stupid. We ain't got to do nothing. We ain't got no obligation to go out there and freaking stop for a bunch of damn illegals. Who the hell is we? I'd never spoken French a day in my life unless I was singing itchy gitchy ya ya da da. Voulez coucher everywhere ce soir. That's the only French I know. We. The hell out of here.
Right now, we all have an obligation to fight for our fucking rights. And if you are not in the streets, you are complicit.
Call me complicit. I might just go and change my name on my driver's license to complicit. I might just go and change my name to complicit. You know what, family? I wasn't going to do it. But I guess I'm going to be complicit and petty at the same time. Let's do this.
I see you whispering about me. You think I ain't listen? Watch and see. Got my funk, got my groove. Got me getting even tonight. We gon' party. Early season. Thought I let it slide, but I'm petty and proud. Flexing on the dance floor, showing out in the crowd. Feeling so fancy, got my stinger ready. Watch out, y'all, it's time to get petty. Watch out. Get petty, don't you fret it. Gonna serve it up, nice and sweaty. Keep it funky, keep it steady. Hey, you, it's time to get petty.
Shout out to our brother Snatch Adams once again for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always. Booker T. Complicit the third. Oh, the third gets me every time. I love it when you put the third, the second, the third on the name. But Booker T. Complicit the third. That's what I'm about to go put on my driver's license. God dang it. Tom Petty. My sister Aquarius said that she is Petty LaBelle today. I love that. I love that. Family, I want to get over to this man here that needs to shut the hell up. Like I said, he looks like a tether. He looks like a breed of white and some out of country black. I don't know. Might not even be black. Might just be like, I don't know, Dominican maybe, Puerto Rican. I don't know, but he damn sure ain't one of us. Let's go here.
ICE agent, I hope you know that it is up. And by every stretch of the imagination, y'all are the ops, and it is like that if I see you. And if I catch any of y'all lacking, you might as well make your arrangements, because I am very comfortable with the fact that I might not be here this time next year. If you're an ICE agent, I hope you know that it is up. And by every stretch of the imagination, y'all are the ops, and it is like that if I see you. And if I catch any of y'all lacking, you might as well make your arrangements, because I am very comfortable with the fact that I might not be here this time next year.
These people are suicidal, family. There's no other way to put it. There's no other way to put it. It just isn't. I'm very comfortable with the fact that I might not be here next year. All because of the actions that you choose to do. Yeah, it's up for them, he said. He said he bet not catch ICE lacking. What, you gonna chip him and throw the blower in his lap? Out here looking like a Temu version of goddamn. He got a Temu version of everything right now. This is a Temu version of Drake. This is a Temu version of J. Cole. He's just Temu all over the place. Hey, y'all y'all are going off in here. I love it. I love it. Petty Tendergrass. A Tribe Called Petty. Love it. A Tribe Called Petty. Exactly. He's Amino Black. Not Lionel Petty. Come on with it. Come on with it, fam. He said he got on a Party City wig. I am with. Yes. Now, family, let's get over here to another performative, outraged person. Like I said, these people are all mops in my eyes. I don't even if you are a foundational Black American, if that is your lineage, you are still a tap dancer. You are still, in the words of our good brother Big Zilla, a Sambo. But go ahead.
I keep trying to make this video, but like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? What, like, do we need an explanation of like what is going on in the?
Nothing. You're supposed to say nothing. But go ahead.
I keep trying to make this video, but like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? What, like, do we need an explanation of like what is going on in the country right now? It's a civil war. It's a civil. Stop pussyfooting around these bitch ass guidelines. And I don't want the video.
It's a civil war that ain't got nothing to do with foundational Black Americans, but everything to do with foundational Black Americans. If you know, you know. But go off.
It's a fucking civil war in the United States of America. What the fuck do I have to say on this app for these human beings watching the fucking video to understand where we are? If I hear one more motherfucker say, oh, in November's coming, we're gonna change the time, does it look like we have 11 more fucking months?
Actually, yes, it does. It actually does look like we have 11 more months. If you guys, stay out the way and not put yourself in harm's way, but go ahead.
Does it? Talking about fucking Alex Preddy, an ICU nurse at the VA hospital, taking care of fucking veterans, U.S. veterans, people that have put their lives on the fucking line to defend this country, to defend these supposed freedoms and rights we have fucking access to.
Family, now I'm certain that he's a goddamn tether, because our brother Still Kevin Trees just brought something to my attention. The fact that he's doing the video with a coat on and he's in a car. It's another car tether. It's another tether doing a car video. Why are these people always in the car? They're either in the car and in the dark, sitting outside in the dark, sitting with no shirt on. Like, it just makes no sense. Blacker, you said he talking like Roland. Shout out John Son in the building. Much love to you. Much love to you. We've been at war since birth. Exactly. And this is my point. These folks are showing us that, yeah, we know you're not us, because god dang it, we already know these things. Y'all are crashing out because a bunch of Nabiscos are finally getting their karma. The universe likes speed, and that karma came wrapping right back around, and y'all expect us to be mad at the universe? Oh, no. Antithesis, Toyota Tether. I love that. He looks more like a Civic guy, He be telling the girls that he got a race car with a Hemi in it. They get up there and it's a goddamn Honda Civic. Let's let him continue.
And for some reason, Immigration and Customs Enforcement shot him 11 times in broad daylight. And immediately after that, the Department of Homeland Security, again, comes out with a bullshit story. He had a firearm and he showed up to massacre ICE. Really? We have video evidence of him holding an iPhone. Just like we have video evidence of the shit that happened to Renee Good. So why the fuck have we normalized the Department of Homeland Security lying to us as U.S. citizens are being murdered in broad, are you not computing how fucking insane that is? The Department of Homeland Security. Keep the homeland secure. Protect the fucking citizens. We have seen them shot and murdered. Video fucking evidence, people, and the Department of Homeland Security lies about it. The response is so fucking pussy. 11 shots and one of the ICE agents watching clapped. Are you not grasping this? They want this. This isn't high stress situations. I reacted, but it was the wrong way. They want this. They want cold bodies. ICE wants cold bodies. Get it through your fucking head. They're trying to say that Alex had a gun, had a firearm. The news is saying that not only did he have a permit to legally carry, I don't want to hear shit about that. Kyle Rittenhouse took a fucking firearm across state lines and killed people. And they threw him a fucking parade. Tried to treat him like a fucking national treasure, like a hero.
Sorry, family. The goddamn mic was muted. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people comparing the situation to Kyle Rittenhouse. And to be honest with you, this isn't me caping for Kyle Rittenhouse or nothing like that. Kyle Rittenhouse put both his hands up and walked towards the police when the police called him. He didn't run in the middle of the police officer trying to arrest somebody and push the person out of the way and try to get in the middle of it or anything like that. Now, they say that he pulled a gun. Some people say he didn't pull a gun. Either way, all this could have been avoided. But that's just the truth of the matter. Let's continue.
But now when we see this blatant, fucking, disgusting, inexplicable violence, just unloading on him. It was like 8-1. Now here comes MAGA. Oh, well, he had a gun, so, that's what happens. Now y'all want to care about people with guns. Now you want to acknowledge a problem when somebody has a firearm on them. Now you want to say that it's a fucking problem, right? Right? All the fucking children that have caught a fucking bullet because of somebody holding a gun. That wasn't fucking evidence or reason for you to say anything about fucking firearms. But when these racist motherfuckers shoot somebody in the fucking face and they give you this bullshit reason, oh, he had a firearm on him. He can legally carry. Y'all live and die by the fucking Second Amendment. And then when somebody is literally using their Second Amendment motherfucking right, y'all say, oh, that's why I shot him 11 fucking times. Do you understand why I have an inquantifiable, like you can't compute the weight behind the phrase, I hate you. You are the floor of humanity. You are so much worse than a fucking anchor. You just drag everything about the human existence back. I am in shock, people. We are in a civil, like, you have the federal government killing U.S. citizens.
They've been doing that. You've been having the federal government killing U.S. citizens. The difference is those U.S. citizens were black. Now that those U.S. citizens aren't black anymore, now that you got some white bullet bags, now that you got some Hispanic bullet bags, now that you got all these other different bullet bags out there, we should be so angry, surprised, and shocked. Go off.
So when Tim Walz calls the National Guard to prepare for more unrest because there are federal agents doing whatever the fuck they want, that is a civil war. When California says, okay, we're going to join the World Health Organization, regardless if Trump says if the United States is leaving the World Health Organization, doesn't that sound like, look around, you're in a fucking civil war. I don't know what other phrases I could possibly say to you people for you to fucking accept it. It will always, always, always be pitiful that it took a white man and a white woman getting murdered by white federal agents for white people to wake up and go, oh, this is pretty fucking bad. Yeah, it's been fucking bad. It's been real fucking bad. They killed Trayvon Martin almost 14 years ago. They've been coming up with bullshit excuses for bullshit way before y'all started paying attention this fucking year.
Oh, so you know this, and yet you still want us to get as upset about this as you are. So you know all this, and you quite literally are out here advocating for us to go out there and get on the front line. You got the game messed up. You got the game messed up.
A lot of people might not want to hear this right now, so it's probably the perfect time to say it. One day, y'all are going to start listening to black people. Y'all just hear us at best. One day, you're going to start listening to fucking black people. Less than 20% of black people have ever voted for Donald Trump. No other race of people can carry that. No other race of people can say that. They went from 8% to 15%. 15% of us. Fuck it, let's say the articles are wrong. 20% of us have ever sided with that motherfucker, and the other 80% have been screaming at y'all, stop this. You know what I'm saying? Damn near half of Latino people voted for Trump.
We don't rock with Donald Trump, but we use Donald Trump. Let me be very clear about that. That's one. Number two, we're not screaming about Trump. We're screaming about the white supremacist system. See, it's bootlicks like yourself that wants to choose a side of that system. Foundational Black Americans, the majority of us, we're not picking sides in this system. And those who are deserve whatever they get. We're calling out the full system of white supremacy. This isn't just about Donald Trump. But for you guys, I can see why it's about Donald Trump. Because it's really about you saving a position that you should have never had in the first place.
How y'all feel now? How y'all feel now? Because when I was growing up, they told us the people that looked like me were the fucking problem, that we were the violent ones, we were the criminals, we were the stupid ones. They put all of the bullshit about the world on black people. That's what I heard my whole fucking life growing up. Now as a grown-ass man, I take a look around, I see white motherfuckers shooting people in the face, broad daylight. Fuck are y'all talking about?
Yeah, you're definitely not one of us. It took all that time for you to see that. It took all that time for you to see that. No, it wasn't the bombing and unaliving of our people in our cities. It wasn't all the lynching. It wasn't all the police brutality. It took a white person to shoot another white person in the face for you to see that they're the problem. Really? Say you're not FBA without saying you're not FBA.
No, let's really get into it. When the fuck? Over 50% of men, this isn't just a fucking race thing, over 50% of men voted for this motherfucker who made shit like this possible. What the fuck goes through your head? Every single U.S. citizen that went into that fucking voting booth in November of 2024 and checked off Donald Trump's name, Renee Good's blood, Alex Preddy's blood, everybody's blood that has fucking lost their life unjustly to this tyrannical bullshit. It's on y'all's hands. You don't get to walk away without, I changed my mind. I didn't know he was going to do all this. I didn't know. We don't give a fuck.
Hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't vote for Donald Trump, but even if I did, I would call bullshit. For all those who voted for Donald Trump to do what's going on right now, to, do these goddamn mass deportations, the blood ain't on their hands. The blood is on the hands of the people who are getting in the way of the job of the agent it is to remove those people. The blood is also on the hands of the very same people who came into this country illegally, and instead of self-deporting, they're waiting on ICE to come to their door so that they can be a charity case and cry on the news talking about, no, me baby, for optics. That's whose blood, or excuse me, that's who hands the blood is on. You took it upon yourself to jump in front of that woman and catch whatever hell was brought to you. You took it upon yourself to get in the way of a federal agent doing this job. That ain't got nothing to do with anybody that voted for Donald Trump. And I didn't vote for him. I'm just not going to sit here and let you say some stupid shit like that. You saying that absolves people of their personal responsibilities. And we're not absolving anybody who decides to go out there and do the dumb shit that they're doing. Let's continue.
You're just as fucking guilty as the guy who pulled the trigger today. None of this would be fucking possible if y'all knew how to listen to people that told you not to do this shit again. When you see motherfuckers wearing masks and holding up flags that have a fucking swastika on it, parading through cities, you don't think that when you see motherfuckers wearing masks, unloading clips on people because the federal government said they could do so, you don't think those are the same two motherfucking people?
This dude is talking as if the police brutality against the black community never existed. He acts as if those very same people are in law enforcement. Yeah, this is probably some guy that got here yesterday. I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't be this damn stupid. Okay, go ahead.
Only a parade before because the federal government didn't give them a fucking $1 billion budget. You have white supremacists and Nazis with a $1 billion budget from the federal government doing whatever the fuck they want to U.S. citizens. If that
Joe Biden gave billions of dollars to the police unions to the police departments, excuse me, in order to help them with law enforcement. What the hell is this dude talking about? So accountability is only necessary when you see Nabiscos going at each other's necks. That is so coonish. And notice what he's really mad about. He's basically saying, you guys should have voted for Kamala. That's exactly what he's saying. Shout out to Rootin' in Power. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Or a DNC coon. I'll let you guys pick and decide, family. I'll let you make a decision.
isn't a fucking wake-up call for you people. I genuinely don't know what the fuck is.
Exactly, my brother DSB. Biden clearly said out his nasty mouth, refund the police. But this shit ain't gonna talk about that at all. Now, for one shield to a whole nother DNC bootlick. The man who lost his job, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Jamal Bowman and his chicanery.
It's time to shut this shit down, yo. It's time to shut it down. This entire system. First, Renee Good, now Alex Preddy. Rest in peace of both of them. state-sanctioned lynching and murder is happening under this administration. We need governors, mayors, every elected official to step up and do what's necessary to shut ICE down.
Sir, you were in office while Black Americans were being unalived by police in this country. You were in office and did nothing. All of a sudden, two Nabiscos get unalive, and here you are to speak out for them. I ain't heard you talk like this about no Black person ever. Not never, Jamal. Spare me of your theatrics. Take it back to your theater school, wherever the hell you learned this nonsense from.
To step up and do what's necessary to shut ICE down. Abolish them, defund them, whatever the fuck need to be done, they gotta go. Impeach Trump, bitch-ass Republicans, yo. The fuck are y'all doing over there? Y'all support fascism and this bullshit? Yo, we better not ever vote for any of these clowns ever again. And Democrats use any means necessary to shut it down. Schumer, Jeffries, whoever. The people got to keep rising up. We are all Minnesota, yo. We are all Minnesota. This shit is crazy.
We? We.
I am not Minnesota. I got paperwork to show I am not Minnesota. I am foundational Black American, and that's what it is. You are Minnesota. In the very same way that you and most of your Democratic buddies are Charlie Kirk. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But you want to talk about fascism. Chill out. Chill the hell out talking. Just chill. These people nowadays, they're just so detached from reality is sickening. Shout out to our sister Astarte Jones. Never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. Exactly. And these folks want us to throw ourselves in the middle of a goddamn sword fight that the Nabisco man and the Nabisco woman is having. They want us to throw ourselves in the middle of a sword fight that the Republicans and Democrats are having. They want us to throw ourselves in the middle of a sword fight that illegals are having with the American government. Are you smoking dope? Or maybe you're sniffing coke. I don't know what it is, but you guys should probably lay off of it. Because this isn't logical. It's never been logical. And I don't understand why the hell you guys keep on trying to push it as if it's logical. But continue.
The system is designed to kill poor, Black, brown people. And it's doing it right in front of our faces. And it's been doing it throughout history.
Oh, so it went from Black and brown. Now you're throwing poor people in there. Poor, Black, and brown. He just said. All three, neither one of them, you gave a damn about while you were sitting in office. Well, you probably gave a damn about the Nabisco, the poor, as you called them, and the brown, but the Black, you didn't give a damn about, Jack. So maybe you need to sit the hell back before your ass gets smacked. Let's continue.
We need a new America. Enough is a fucking enough, yo. Jesus.
Like I said, these folks, I don't care what anybody has to say. I don't care what anyone has to say. Why do U.S. prosecutors want a one-day sentence for Breonna Taylor's shooting? I do not care what anybody has to say about this. We've been telling you. We've been telling you. Outrage around Jamar Clark's killing by police has rippled through the last decade. Now, I'm not going to read this. I just want to scroll down because when I was reading this earlier, look who I came across. Minneapolis NAACP President Nakima Levy Armstrong. Wasn't the chick that just went into the church doing protest in the church? Yeah. Isn't she the one that just got arrested by ICE? Yeah. Okay. All right. So while we were letting everybody know, while we were being unalived, the NAACP, as well as Black Lives Matter, use black bodies in order to further their own agendas and further the agenda of other people, such as the very same Nabisco woman that was just unalived. And now this woman is out there on the front lines getting arrested for going and violating someone's constitutional rights. I doubt she's FBA. I highly doubt it. Speaking of which, let me pull this down for a second. Speaking of this Armstrong woman, apparently she got out of detention, got out of prison. Her and the other big back lady that went in there with her. And they came out and they was trying to give her one of those Fleeny moments, you know, come out of the detention center and a bunch of paid people there cheering. Now, I will give them this. For the Fleeny situation, they got a lot more people out there to be there to do a little cheering. This is just sad. Let's go here.
Woo! Yay! Woo-hoo! Thank y'all for being here. Just like that. Glory to God. Glory to God. Hallelujah. Amen. Yep. Don't have a clue. God's chosen. God's chosen. Mm-hmm.
Family, they just want to be famous. They don't want to say the country. Shout out to Kid Gravity. They walked out of that damn room with their fist held high as if they did something for black people. Oh, you might as well put that fist down. You should throw up a straight hand, hailing your Hitler. Because you're not fighting for us. You're out there fighting for a bunch of illegals, one, and you're out there fighting for a Nabisco woman who would spit on you if you was on fire. And then you got 3 people waiting for you outside the door. God damn it. Shut up. Just shut up.
God's chosen. God's chosen.
God's chosen? Really? Oh my gosh. Photo op, photo op, photo op. This is all this is about. Trying to make somebody a champion. All it is theatrics. It's political theater. It is just a way for them to rally behind the next person, because they thought they was going to send out that Birdsong guy, and that ain't work out at all. So now I guess they're trying to make this woman here, trying to make her the next. I don't give a damn what any of these people are doing or what happens to these people, because when Ivory Smith was unalived, everybody was freaking quiet. Democrats ain't said nothing about this. Why? Because it was one of their illegals that killed her. It was one of their illegals that took this beautiful young girl's life away. Where's all the outrage for this? Where? Where are the white women crying all over the place for Ivory? Where's your Jasmine Crockett's to speak up for her? Where? Where's your Dom Lemons to do a story about her? Where? Spare me. Spare me of your manufactured outrage. Spare me of your selective anger. I'm not going to cry for no damn woman who went out there and broke the law. And I'm not going to cry for a man that went out there and impeded the law. My tears are reserved for people such as Ivory here. Innocent young baby that had her life snuffed out by the very same illegals that y'all are out there trying to freaking champion and stand up for. Where are you to stand up for her? I want to show you some of the type of people that they got out there, family, before we get up out of here. I'm telling you, do not listen to any of these folks. Do not allow these folks to convince you that this is the moral thing to do when they don't say anything when it's happening to us. When they don't do anything. They don't make these videos talking about this is not the America I grew up in love. This is not the America. We need to tear the government down. I ain't heard none of that. So we're not going to be out here with these goofies. We're not. Let's go here, family. Y'all remember this dude? Y'all remember this dude, right? If not, let me remind you.
My name is Kyle. I'm Antifa, and there's so much rage in me that I've had to record this like 15 times trying to get the message out. They fucked up, okay? Go watch my other videos. Doesn't matter if you're not here and you're not caught up. You've missed the fucking fight. But if you are, it's time to suit up. Boots on the ground. Nicollet and fucking 26th. My house is 4 blocks away. Anywhere between Franklin and Nicollet and 26th and Nicollet. Show up, ready to go. Okay, I'm not talking about peaceful protests anymore. We're not talking about having polite conversations anymore. I am talking specifically to my fucking followers. This is everything I have fucking talked about, and this is exactly what I said was going to happen. This is exactly what I said was going to fucking come when we didn't fucking go and march on fucking Whipple with guns. Sorry, but welcome to America 2026, where Second Amendment is the only thing that's going to keep you fucking protected from literal fucking Nazi gunmen that are killing innocent people in the street with impunity. This is not a fucking joke. There's nothing fun to chant about it. Get your fucking guns and stop these fucking people. My link to my Venmo is in my bio, okay? If you can't give via Venmo, you can fucking, send me gifts now. I'm monetized. It's a freedom and defense fund, okay? It's an emergency freedom and defense fund. And I'm not gonna tell you what I'm spending my money on. I'm not gonna tell you why I need you to give me large sums of money right now. I just want you to understand that this is a fucking actual guerrilla war in our streets now. They're using live ammunition to kill our citizens.
Family, this man is out here crowdfunding, using this situation to fill his pockets. This man said, I'm not gonna tell you why I need large sums of your money. Just give it to me. Just give it to me. I'm not going to tell you what I need this money for. Just give it to me. Just put it in my hands, don't you know? But when you see what this man be running around doing, I'm pretty sure this is the reason why he's not in jail. Let's go here. Let's continue. Let's let him continue, and then I'm going to show you what I was showing.
I need everyone to show up fully prepared, whatever that means to you, to whatever degree you can, right? Legally, we need to be there as American citizens in defense of our constitutional rights to fucking say no. They have to go. Come now.
A reparations nation. You say, body armor, rounds, mags, LOL. Okay, hey. What if I was to tell you that no, he's crowdfunding for a new Sunday dress? What if I was to tell you that he is crowdfunding for some new high heels? Oh yeah, let's go here, family.
I do this all year, all the time. I'm out and about like this because I do it for me all year. All the time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm a fucking blue collar fuck of a dude all day long. And then at least a few times every week, I like to get real clean and pretty and go out, shoot pool or get dinner, maybe go dance. You never fucking know, right? But I don't need a fucking parade to celebrate. I don't need to be groped and harassed and catcalled and treated like a piece of meat by a bunch of fucking cis women who fucking give me side eyes in public when I do this the rest of the fucking year. Who mumble to themselves and fucking have all kinds of things to say behind my back. All of you, fuck off.
Oh man, imagine giving your money to this guy thinking that he was going to go run a revolution. Family, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. These are the folks they want you entrusting your life to. These are the folks they want you on the front line with. He's a weird bottom. Oh, family. You would think that he would need all those funds so that he has some body armor. You would think that he was trying to get magged up. You would think that he needed all the rounds he can get. No, he really wanted the pretty red dress and some new cowboy boots. Jesus, Mary, and Christ. Oh, all right, family. So I want you guys to know that it's all coming back. Everything that's been done to us is going right back on over to them, piece by piece. And it's kind of like what was said in The Color Purple: until you do right by me, everything you do will fail. And now, family, gotta let you know. You remember that pesky thing that they only did to Black Americans when they wanted our land? It was something by the name of eminent domain. Well, family, I guess we're not the only ones that got to worry about that situation any further. Let's go here.
I feel like maybe this is just a dream and I'm going to wake up.
After more than 25 years living near the Sagamore Bridge,
I have 120 days to go, I don't know where.
Joyce Michaud is one of 3 people now confirmed by MassDOT to have lost their home to the state by eminent domain.
And FedEx brought me a check on Saturday.
Altogether, we're told 13 deeds will be transferred to make way for the multi-billion-dollar Sagamore Bridge replacement project.
So my doctor's concerned. I can't sleep at night.
And she isn't alone.
The emotional distress is off the charts.
Last March, Mark and Joan Hindle were devastated when they told me they found out they had to leave their dream home only 3 months after moving in.
We feel like we've been just bulldozed.
This Friday, they say their house will be appraised as part of MassDOT's 3-step process.
The state has, in their words, graciously offered that if it does take us more than 120 days, we will work out an arrangement where we can pay rent.
I want to make sure the state treats them better than they should.
Today, officials told us MassDOT is taking steps to ensure a respectful and fair process for homeowners impacted by eminent domain. And while Joyce says she did receive a fair market value for her home,
I would be willing to pay them if they let me stay here forever.
Now, according to MassDOT, the remainder of these property deeds will be transferred to the state on a gradual and steady pace. We're told that construction here on the Sagamore Bridge will start in 2028.
Now, family, did you notice they're already talking about putting together some legislation to make sure that this doesn't happen to the Nabisco again? This has been happening to us since we left the plantation, and yet all it takes is one Nabisco woman getting her house took. Now, all of a sudden, they got to change these laws to make sure this doesn't happen anymore. Shout out to our brother Reparations Nation. He said, we didn't remotely get fair market value. Fuck them, and I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Like I said, karma is a ugly old bitch, and she, when she touch you, it's gonna make it quiver. It's gonna make it quiver. The pendulum swings both ways. And while these folks laughed, made fun of, and told us we just are criminals, we need to lift ourselves up by our bootstraps and all this other stuff, now you're seeing they're getting the same treatment and they don't like it. And they ain't even took as much of the treatment as we have. So before we get out of here, family, I'm going to go ahead and play some people with sense. I'm definitely going to have to do that, family, because, you know, when it comes down to our family, us being who we are, we say it with our chest. And not just with our chest. We say it with our full damn chest. Do you guys remember when they were talking about the baby who was gassed and had to go to the hospital. They said that they were on their way home from a football game and some nonsense like that. Well, it came out that that actually was not the case. The baby was only gassed because the family was being irresponsible, and they were there at the protest with those babies. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull this up. Hold on, give me 1 second, family. Let's pull it up. Let's go here.
I remember that family that was on their way home from basketball practice, and they said that ICE threw tear gas at their car, and it almost killed a 6-month-old baby. And then everybody said, "See, told y'all black people was next. They targeting black people." Remember that?
Look who was found at the protest an hour before their car was hit with tear gas. There go to mom. Just chilling. Didn't seem like they was just coming home from basketball practice and they happened to get caught on the street with ICE. Seemed to me like they part of the crowd.
In the video, it was hard to spot the dad, but you can see in this picture right here that dad was in the same crowd. Now, what's crazy is that the point that I made was for the original story they told, which is now proven to be a lie, which was that, why are you stopping at a peaceful crowd with babies in the back seat when you know the block is hot? Because they said they stopped at the crowd and they saw the mother-in-law there, and next thing you know, ICE was in front of them and behind them, boxed them in, tear gas went off, baby couldn't breathe. Even with that story, I was like, why are you stopping at a crowd with a baby in the back seat? But now you telling me y'all was at this protest for a full hour with the kids in the car. That is far much worse than I thought. And I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I didn't even say they were lying. I just said, why would you stop at a crowd with children in the back? This video shows them chilling in that same crowd for an hour before the incident went down. Where were the kids then? Like, curious to know on what the other side thinks. The ones that were like, told y'all black people was next. They were targeted. I'm curious to know what y'all think about this. Don't forget, they allegedly came up with $200,000 with a GoFundMe. Allegedly. I'm curious to know what y'all think about this now.
Even the father's responses to the news interview questions was off, because they was like, where are your kids at now? And he was like, yeah, they headed to the hospital right now. They can't breathe. That's it. Your kids almost died and you sitting there talking about, yeah, I guess they headed there. Everybody in the comments like, please stop. He's in shock. Okay.
Family, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. If these people say it, I don't believe it. I wait for the streets to tell me the real story. There is no credibility. These people don't have no real credibility. Let me just put it like that. So anytime I hear these things, I wait to hear what the streets say, because the streets tend to get more of the information than the news will ever tell you. Go figure. Let's go here, family. Let's get back to this Alex Pretty. Let's go here.
So apparently the radical left are at it again. Say his name, Alex Pretty, nurse, who has done a lot of good for a lot of people. That's what the headline says. That's what his legacy is. You won't get me to diminish what a nurse does to help on the front lines. Here's the problem. It's not about the occupation. It's about the situation. As a nurse, as a 37-year-old man, what business do you have confronting ICE officers because you were trying to help save an illegal alien with a gun on your back pocket? How did you think that situation was going to go down, news media? You want to paint Alex as a hero? Hey, listen, I'm not going to talk bad about the dead. I'm not going to trash the legacy of Alex. I'm not going to do that. What I am saying is that you don't put a gun in your back pocket and confront ICE, especially not in the Trump era. Because any fidget or movement you make, the ICE officer is going to think that, yeah, you reaching for something. Yeah, the thing in your back pocket. They have families to go home to. We don't have time for this garbage. No, we're not going to abolish ICE. We're going to abolish the radical left Democrat lunacy that supports terrorism, criminals, and people interfering, like Alex did, unfortunately, with ICE officers on ongoing investigations. We were crying and begging for hope when Joe Biden was president and was allowing illegal immigrants to pour through our borders, take money from veterans, stay in 5-star classic hotels while we, the American people, were suffering. We voted for Donald Trump as president, and we won. Now that ICE is doing what we want them to do, we have resistance. In any great fight, you're going to have resistance. No one should be killed by an ICE officer. You want to know why? Because no one should be interfering with ICE officers. But unfortunately, people feel like because they hate Trump, they hate everything that Trump does. Hey, listen, not everything Trump says is going to be politically correct. If anything, it's not going to be politically correct. It's going to be the truth. That's why we voted for him. But you have the right to disagree with Trump. That's your right. I don't agree with disagreeing with the president because so far he hasn't said or done anything that I disagree with. But even if he did, I am not going to diminish his legacy or interfere with his officers. You got to make a choice, because if wearing the American flag as a t-shirt on your body offends you, there's nothing wrong with that. There's something wrong with what you're doing, because this is the United States of America and we are here. And it doesn't matter about the color of your skin. It's about the content of your character. And I will not sit here and show sympathy for people actively interfering with ICE officers, with these agents. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it. You frog around, you're going to find out really quickly. Do not resist officers. Do not try to hit them with SUVs. Do not come with guns and approach them in the middle of an investigation. All hysterical, moving around, going to your back pocket. Because, yeah, they're going to pop off. Trump, Daddy Jason, MAGA, ICE, we are in this together. Subscribe to Daddy Jason for more exclusive content. Support America. And if you don't like America, you can simply leave. Not saying.
Hey, family, I ain't gonna lie. You know, he did a little caping for Trump there, but I'm gonna be honest with you. For the most part, I agree with everything he said. I'm not too concerned about Trump. You know, also, you know, nobody should be killed by ICE because nobody should be interfering with them doing their jobs. I agree with most of what he said. Just cut out a lot of the tap dancing that he was doing for Trump. But gotta call a spade a spade. Gotta call a spade a spade. Let's go here, family.
Fighting ICE on behalf of these illegal immigrants. You guys are really out here fighting and risking your life for people who don't care about you. They wouldn't come and visit you in a jail cell if you got locked up. They're not the ones that's going to donate to your family if you get killed. They're not coming to the funeral. You're not even going to get a thank you. Yet you're out here risking your life. You're risking your freedom for people. If it ever came down to it, they would take your spot and not care one bit how you feel about it. I respect these people more than I respect you guys who are out there acting stupid in the streets, because at least the risk that they're taking is for their family, while you're neglecting your family for them. And if you got your kids out there in the streets in these situations that are super hostile and dangerous, the only thing that I can say to you is you're stupid.
It makes it easier and easier not to feel sorry for y'all. You know, I know what happened with old boy in Minnesota. You know, he had a gun on him, but you know, like I said, bro, y'all out here defending pedophiles, rapists, and all that shit. So as of right now, I could really care less about what happened to any of y'all liberals. You feel me? I feel like if y'all want to risk y'all life for illegals and rapists and sex offenders that don't give a fuck about you, then why would we care that you're risking your life? So yeah, but he got exactly what he fucking deserved. This is what he wanted. He woke up in the morning that morning and said, let me go see how I can find a way to get unalived by ICE. Let me go. My illegal immigrants are more important than my own life. Those was his words. I'm just saying. So yeah, another one down, and yeah, keep going, ICE. You know, at this rate, you feel me? By the end of the year, shit, there ain't gonna be no more liberals. Shit.
This whole situation has highlighted the anti-black nature of this country. That's what this whole situation is highlighting. The very fact that everybody in this country is depending on anti-black racism for them to live good, eat good, and be good. And then they want us to go out and defend them being able to live good, eat good, while they're destroying our community doing so. I'm going to play this clip in closing.
All right, folks, I'm about to say something, and I'm going to back it up. All these ICE protests, all these No Kings protests, this stuff is very anti-Black American, very anti-ADOS, American descendants of slavery, anti-reparations.
Now, he says ADOS, guys, and I'm not for that term. However, take the meat and leave the bones. Pause. Let's continue.
Let me show you. So I got this text earlier this week. I'm gonna read this real quick. Stop ICE terror, all caps. Hey, Christian, this is blank. We'll protect the innocent on this one. Volunteering with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. I am not a socialist. Just put that out there. On Tuesday, January 20th, we are hosting a rally to protest ICE and the whole racist billionaire Trump regime on the 1-year anniversary of his inauguration. I hope to see you there as we join millions around the country as a part of a national day of action. Please share on your social media with everyone you know and bring someone out to join you. Then they got the little flyer right here. Now I'm gonna show you what I said. Gotcha. Respectfully, no thanks. I'm a Black American and have much more pressing matters I'm concerned about, which I do. Then why did you give your number? No one is making you come. We only have your information because you filled out the form, respectfully. And now you're getting snarky. Now I wasn't gonna argue because I do a lot of networking. I probably gave somebody my number and didn't realize it was going on the list because I was trying to see maybe there's some opportunities for mutual aid. Cool. Send me a couple more flyers. Then I said, gotcha. I don't remember filling that out, but I'm sure I did at some point. Is there any goal for the demonstration? Because y'all love mobilizing with no education, no organizing. Y'all just be outside at these No Kings parades and ICE parades, but ain't nobody really doing nothing. She said, to spread awareness, that ICE has been killing U.S. citizens no matter the race. I'm sure you have more important things to do, but the people being killed had things to do too. Got to be more careful. I'm the right one though. Then I said, half of my mother's immediate family died at the hands of the state and their auxiliaries before she was 25. I have cousins that were killed by the state as recently as 21. I've had land and property stolen from my family, including me, for 5 generations straight. No one joined our cries for justice. I cannot, in good conscience, join an ICE demonstration while my family and community is actively being destroyed. My ancestors were not immigrants. I'm an American descendant of slavery. Hopefully in the future, there can be an opportunity for mutual aid. I appreciate the invite and hope you have a great day. Stay safe out there.
Sorry, family. Mike was muted. I gotta say, very well put. You know, make sure that they understand that we've been going through this. Our families been suffering under a tyrannical government, and not one of you people ever said anything about it. So yes, I have better things to do with my time. Let's let them continue.
That should have been it. Then she gonna respond with, you too. My grandparents were immigrants and they fought for this country for me to be a citizen. Sad to hear your politics are so self-centered. Boy.
Did you get that? It's sad to see that your politics are so self-centered. You mean the way your politics has always been self-centered? You mean the way that nobody ever came to try to help us with our politics or anything that we need, our interest, anything like that? This is how entitled these people have become. Let's be very honest. These people are divorced from reality because of the entitlement that they have put in themselves and that this country has given them.
Did you catch it? Did you catch the thing? See, here's the message that, and I'm talking to you leftist, liberal, so-called anti-racist Democrats, whether you white, Latino, whatever. Come here for a second. I'm gonna talk to you real quick. This is what I can't stand about y'all. This is what so many people in my community can't stand about y'all, is that you have an overseer's complex. You have a master's complex, which is y'all don't get to have any individual political thought. You come when you're called. You advocate for what we tell you to advocate for. That's why we got this Democratic white governor in North Carolina trying to crack the whip on Representative Carla Cunningham by saying, no, I'm not putting myself and my political capital, my people on the line, so I can advocate for some people that technically shouldn't even be here, and my people did not choose to be here. And we built the country that everybody's trying to get in. I can't tell you how many people have hit me up over the years when I don't want to show up for the, oh, let's just go after fascism, let's be anti-Trump. I don't really care about your theatrics. I care about collective uplift for my community because we're at the bottom. What do I mean by at the bottom? Let me show you something. You see this? You see this right here? Total household wealth grew in 2022, but white households still hold the vast majority. You see that little light blue line down there? Yeah, that's me and my family. Here's the problem with all this anti-fascism stuff. As long as we down there, y'all don't care. As long as we at the bottom, everything's okay. I'll never forget when we had a little spike in my city of homicides, mostly Black Americans being harmed, mostly Black Americans doing the harming, is what it is. But then one day there was a shooting that happened at a gas station that was near a predominantly white, very wealthy area. So all the stop the violence events that I was going to, normally it's mostly just ADOS in the building, Black Americans in the building. But all of a sudden one day when we went to the rec center and had an event, we got conservative, boomers, white folks that's in the building wondering, oh my God, what is happening? Why is it getting so violent? You don't care about the violence. You care about when it gets close to your house. You don't care about fascism. You care about when it happens to your family. You don't care about the weaponization of capitalism. You care about when you're not getting your money, when you're not getting paid, when you don't got land. But as long as we at the bottom, it's cool, right? It's cool. Bro, I'm tired of it. I'm done. I'm not putting my people last so you can feel better about yourself, because all of this anti-fascism stuff, all of this anti-Trump stuff, all of this even pan-Africanist stuff, you know what it all reeks of? You know what it all smells like? White supremacy. And you will know them by their fruits. Because at the end of the day, as long as the people get to be at the top, the same people that get to be at the top stay there, it's all good. As long as the Negroes are at the bottom and y'all get to walk on us like a doormat in order to integrate into whiteness and integrate into America, it's all good. I'm not advocating for people that are replacing me out of my own community. Next time somebody asks you to show up for ICE, the ICE protest, next time somebody asks you to show up for the undocumented immigrants, ask them a really simple question. You know what the question you need to ask them is? How does mass immigration affect the Black American community? Listen to the crickets and watch their eyes glaze over.
In short, family.
Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. Yeah.
We are not here to be anybody and everybody's goddamn whipping mule. We are not here to toe all of the lines for everybody else and ignore what we need in our communities. We are not here to just let everybody walk on us like a new Persian rug. No. Everything that we've been saying, you are now finding out how it feels to have to deal with these things. Y'all haven't even been dealing with it for longer than a year. Y'all ain't even been dealing with it 6 months. And you're already buckling under the pressure, asking us to come out and help you, asking us to go out there and fight because this is a civil war. And we're like, no. Yeah, problem. Yeah, it's just not my problem. No. And we also telling you,
Get somebody else to do it.
Because we are not your whipping mules. Everything that you guys have shown yourself to be has created this time today. Everything that you have done over the past 60 years. Yeah, guess what? Yeah, that's what leads you here today. By their fruits you shall know them. And what goes around comes around 10 times harder. I'm just so glad that the Most High saw fit to allow me see it come around. So for everybody out there, everybody who's just now understanding that, you know, the government is attacking citizens, even though they've been attacking citizens, y'all just never considered us to be that. All you folks that are out there talking about, this is not the America that I grew up in. I can't recognize America. Well, get used to it. Because in the words of Childish Gambino, this is America. And if America ain't going to work for us, it ain't going to work for nobody. In the words of Fannie Lou Hamer, if we can't have it, we'll burn this bitch down. We built it. But with that being said, family, If you're not subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you hit that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please click that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations, my brothers and my sisters. I want you to not feel no type of way about calling these people out for their bullshit. And I want you to feel no type of way about saying, hey, yeah, what happened to that dude? Sad. Hey, whatever. But guess what? Why was he there? Why are you putting yourself in harm's way? I don't feel no type of bad about asking, are you guys sure he didn't, overdose on fentanyl? Remember, everything they do to us when these situations happen. And just reciprocate the energy. That's what I choose to do. But with that being said, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here, family. I'd like to thank my mods, my members, my Patreons, each and every one of you in the chat and out of the chat. I want to talk to you guys. I'll probably do this tomorrow because I'm going to get back with our sister. Our sister, Mrs. L, she's putting something together that we were talking about yesterday. And I was going to bring it up today, but I think that she's going to do some touch-ups on it. So I will be speaking about it tomorrow. Our sister is trying to put together a bill to protect our children at our HBCUs. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow. But with that being said, family and friends, to each and every one of you, much love to you. A B1 salute. I want you all to have a beautiful rest of your Sunday. Stay warm. Don't let that cold front get you. Keep a couple of heaters around you. Don't forget to keep the heater on or put the heater on the pipes. Make sure nothing freeze over. And stay safe, family. With that being said, the doors of the church are now closed. Peace, family.